Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me. Today I will be featuring Pro Bow the Hand Ultimate. I will be making one of the biggest bows that I've ever made. When I had my store, I was asked quite often for the biggest bow that I could make for a car that was being given for a Christmas or graduation present, but I never came anywhere close to this. The 6-inch ribbon that is on the market today is quite extraordinary, and I want to make a bow that is really appropriate for the size of a car. So now Pro Bow the Hand Ultimate is born. Without this wonderful new tool, I could not have made this bow. I could never have held this much ribbon in my hand. I'm going to be running 3 spools of the same ribbon at one time. I'm going to be skipping some fingers. I'm going to be using center 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's going to take up all 10 yards of each of this ribbon all at one time. Like I said, I think I said I'm going to be using 30 yards, and this is just going to be making a huge, big, absolutely gorgeous bow. I think it's the ultimate in bow making, and that is why this hand is now named Pro Bow the Hand Ultimate. So let's begin. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know that you always put your spools on to the right. This is very important. This is going to, as we go along, you'll see that this is going to keep all of this ribbon from getting all twisted up. So the spools are on, the spool holder coming off to the right. You're going to pinch at the end. You're going to come around your pinch from the back. Take your piece of wire, and I've made myself a big piece of wire here. This is 4 26 gauge wire. That's all I had on hand, and so that's why I wanted to use that, and I just wound it together. So I'm going to go from the back, wind to yourself, pull very tightly, just a couple of times around. That's quite enough. Now you're going to go around the bottom of the hand, go around center finger. You pull this down so that you can see. You're going to pinch, and that top piece of ribbon, you're now going to pull this up from the back. You're going to pull your wire up. You're getting this piece of wire out of your way for now and securing the ribbon to the hand. The other piece of wire goes down around the nail. Let me get my hand out of the way there so you can see it. I think you can see that there. That's a little nail. And you're going to go around that just once. That's enough. You want to just be able to pull that off quite easily at the end, and just stick that out of the way there for now. You want to leave a little loop so that you can get back to that very quickly at the end. So now our center loop of our bow is made, and we will proceed on to the next finger. We'll be going to the right. We're going to pinch and twist. We want to make sure that we stack our twist right on top of each other. So now, again, get that really secure there. You're going to pull some down. You want to keep your ribbon on the spools absolutely as long as possible. That way they don't get twisted. Go over that finger and then pull down snugly. You're going to see, of course, because I'm using such big ribbon, this shows up so much better. You see how this twist here, that always forms on your right. But if you pinch, I'm pinching down, and I'm turning from the bottom edge, and I'm just pulling that around. Now I'm approaching finger 1 on the left. Just flip that over, pull down snugly. If you do that bottoms up movement every time, your hand to spool ribbon will never get twisted. You can walk away from this at any time. You don't have to, no more drop bows, no more spools rolling all over the floor. So convenient, saves so much time. So now here we go. Put your hand here right under the twist. I think you can see that well. And then you're going to press down with the other hand, twisting. Pull some ribbon around, and this is a little trick that I like to use. I have placed my fingers, I know right exactly what my bow recipe is, but now what I'll do instead of going over, and then I'll just put that finger there. I think that works a lot better using this great big ribbon. You don't have to manipulate it quite as much. Keep it flat and close to your board. I think it's just a little faster. And of course, time is money. So we want to do this just as fast as we possibly can. Yesterday I made this bow, and I did this process in just under 4 minutes. Now I don't seem to be able to work quite as fast whenever I am talking, so I don't know just how fast I'll get it done today. But in total I did this in right under 4 minutes, and then I fluffed for 8 minutes, and because I tend to really fluff a lot. And but anyway, I thought to make a 30-yard bow in about 12 to 15 minutes was quite something. Whenever I had my store, without this tool, I never would have been able to make anything even remotely close to this. And of course, what helps so much with this is that this ribbon is quite extraordinary. It is by Ferris Silk, and the name of it is Mira Mira. It's very luxurious. Just, I wish you could feel it. It is so soft and smooth, yet look how it just, you can just let it go and it just holds its position. And I made a bow out of this ribbon and for testing, and I just thought that a bow this big would just fall down on its own weight. But actually, we watched it for 3 weeks. It just sat there for 3 weeks, and we used this ribbon, and it just sat up, and it never fell. It held this position, and so we were quite thrilled. And because without the right ribbon, you could not make a bow this big anyway. So I just can't say enough about this ribbon. It is just extraordinary. And I thought, especially if you're going to make something for a car, you want something that is just going to be really extra beautiful. And I think we have really found it with this ribbon. So here we are at the end. I haven't timed myself, but I don't think that was too bad. If I wasn't speaking and really paying attention a little more, I would have gone a little faster. But for something this big, I think that's pretty good time. And we're going to get that off. And then we're going to flip it off that nail. We're going to tie it off. This is no different than if you saw my videos from my little 1 or 2 yard bows. It's absolutely no different. We're just doing exactly the same thing. We're just doing on quite a big scale. Isn't that amazing? And so there we are, the bow is made. And now, in just a moment, I'll fluff it out and we'll see what we get. Okay, so here we are. And if you've seen some of my other videos, you know that I love opening my bows on my box. And yes, I'm going to use the box even for something this big. I like something to anchor my bow down. There is my little eye hook that I cut the tip off of, and I'm going to stick my wire right under that. And then go to my little nail, wrap it around just once, and then there we go. So here's our center loop, and I'll just begin fluffing. Now what I did on this one, like I said, I have practiced with this one, using this ribbon before. And what you do is you just run your hand down and just kind of separate the loops at the base, and then just fluff them up. I don't go all the way down. I don't completely pull them, I don't just pull them apart all the way down, because I have found that helps to keep holding them up. It's like if I was making a smaller bow, you see, I think you can be able to see what I'm doing right there. I'm just going to open that a little bit, slide my hand down in there, and then from the back, slide it a little down and kind of pull them apart. and then just start fluffing and pull my loops in the direction that I want them to go. And I just start separating. And there we are. And you just go to each row of loops, just separate. Just kind of separate them from each other so you can pull them in the direction that you want to go. But I don't go quite all the way to the base because it helps pull them up. So, see how it's all just standing up already. You see how I'm just running my hand down that loop and just kind of separating the ribbon from each other. And then just pulling them over in the direction that I want them to go. What I do is I kind of just start setting them in between each other. And now I'm on my last row. I really wish you could feel this ribbon. The camera really does not do it justice. It is absolutely gorgeous. Actually, it just feels like, I don't know, satin or velvet. It is just so smooth. It is just wonderful. So now this side is done. It's all open. So what I do is I just kind of get everything open, kind of place them basically where I think they're going to go. And I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the other side. Kind of pull this back over. And there. Not a very good camera angle right there, but you get a pretty good idea of how easy that was. And that's one side done already. So now I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Like I said, I know it's not a very good well, in fact, it's a terrible camera angle, but anyway, you get a basic idea. And I'm going to flip it over the other side. I'm going to open the loops on the other side, and then I will show you the picture of the finished product. So there you are, all finished, all fluffed out and perfect. If I have to say so myself, I think that is the ultimate bow. All ready to place on that brand new car. That big commercial job. Oh, the possibilities. No more special machinery, just Pro Bow the Hand Ultimate. And you will become the ultimate bow maker. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.